So you got a couple extra days off. You got a couple extra days off here unexpectedly. How did you guys kind of use it?
Yeah, so we were able to have, kind of like a much-needed day off and rest day earlier this week, and then, obviously stack up some good practices where you're able to work on some of the things, obviously, that we've struggled in, and, get some good days of scouting and, good prep for this game tomorrow. So, it was important for us to get these days of practicing and just get better.
Has it been one of those things where you start worrying about Nebraska as soon as you get back from state college, or was it more, let's do 2 days of just getting back to basics kind of stuff?
Yeah, a little bit more, just kind of work on the things that we need to work on and work on some fundamentals, and obviously, like I said, get some rest here and there, and a lot of us were banged up here and there, so just getting some treatment and working on watching some film and things that we struggled in, and just get better within those few days. And I think it really helped us. I think we had some good practices here, and then we'll have one more today, and then hit it tomorrow.
What do you guys have to do to build on the progress from a defensive perspective that you showed at Penn State?
Yeah, it's just more, like I said, I think we have the ability to do it. I think it's more of a focus and a concentration thing with us. I think I said it before, we just have mental lapses where we just kind of, we're not as engaged and locked in as we need to be on that side of the floor. So if we're able to, maintain that intensity throughout the entire 40 minutes, I think we're going to be okay. But that's one thing we really need to focus on. And, we're obviously working on the fundamentals on the defensive end and what we want to do and how we want to guard people and everything like that. But I think mentally, I think is the biggest thing for us moving forward.
Get a rebound.
Obviously, you guys go through the COVID year last year.
The media said you were allergic to it.
You go into this year and some of those issues still kind of pop up. When the game against Michigan gets postponed, what kind of goes through your mind?
There's nothing much you could do about it. I think it's pretty, it's just unfortunate that, that those things happen. Hopefully they're okay and nobody's feeling too sick, with it. But it's just one of those things you got to expect, that. But going into games, you got to expect you're going to play and be ready and be prepared and everything like that. But if those things happen, it is what it is.
What have you guys done as players and just as a program as a whole to kind of talk about COVID, make sure you guys are still going through safety protocols, making sure you guys are making smart decisions, when you're not in practice?
Yeah, it's just
going out doing
things. Just being responsible. I think understanding that these things, like I said, these things happen. You just want to be as safe and well prepared for the unexpected. So doing everything that you can before you get sick, and making sure you're always getting right things in your body, right fluids, trying to stay away from large crowds and whatever it may be. I think we've done a good job of that, and our staff really helps us along the way with that stuff. So.
And looking at Nebraska, obviously you had the extra prep like you talked about. Just what have you seen from them? They've struggled, so far during the Big Ten season, but what are some things that they do well and they're going to try and challenge you guys with?
Yeah, if you really watch their games, I think they've been really competitive in a lot of the games. Right. Obviously, they took Illinois and Ohio State down to the wire, so they have a lot of talent. I think they have a lot of great players, and McGowan's is a talented freshman, and Verge is a good veteran that leads them, and they got a lot of different tools, and they got a lot of shooters, a lot of people that could score. So we just have to be prepared on the defensive side of the floor. That you got to be prepared for anything. So I think they're a great team. Obviously, just have struggled winning some games, but I think they're a really competitive team in our league.